Currently, there are 22 actions in Linked Helper to serve the purposes of LinkedIn automation. I'm going to briefly explain what each one is for. First, invite second and third level contacts. This action sends connection requests to a selected list of profiles by clicking the Connect button on their profile pages. In this action, you can compose your connection request using variables to make it sound more personal and add custom variables. You can name actions and assign tags to successfully processed profiles. Second, message to first connections. This action sends messages to your first-level contacts by clicking the Message button. It is empowered with smart replies detection, allowing you to capture replies and stop the campaign from sending further messages, various image adding options to make your message stand out, and message analyzer tools. Third, filter contacts out of my network. Usually placed after the inviting action, it allows you to understand who accepted your invitation. This action works in cycles. The checks happen every 60 minutes by default, or you can change how often to check. If someone has accepted your invitation, it goes to the successful sublist and moves further to the next action. Otherwise, they remain in the queue. Fourth, check for replies. This action monitors replies to the messages sent via any action of the campaign. You can set how many hours to wait for a reply, and if no replies were received, then the profile is moved to the next action in the workflow. This action helps you reply to leads in a timely manner, locate the replies quickly, and withhold such profiles from further automatic messages. Fifth, InMail to second and third contacts. This action works only if you have InMail credits, or you can send them for free to open profiles. This is what a typical InMail looks like. InMail is a message to people who aren't your first connections. Connection requests are usually limited to a short note. With InMails, you can send longer messages. You would need a subject line here. Sixth, message to group members. This action is used to send messages to group members if you and your recipients are members of the same group, even to your second and third connections. Seventh, message to event attendees. This action is used to send messages to the event attendees if you and your recipients are attending the same event, even to your second and third connections. Eighth, scrape messaging history. It looks for chats with each profile from the queue, opens them one by one, scrolls up to the beginning of the conversation and scrapes it. You can review the scraped messages in the built-in inbox or upload them to a CSV file. It is useful when you want to scrape conversations with profiles with whom you have interacted manually. Based on the messaging data, you can decide what campaign these leads should be added to. Ninth, Visit and extract profiles. This action will visit pages of the selected LinkedIn profiles and extract all publicly available information. As a result, you will get a CSV file with sections such as headline, summary, education, skills, work experience, and many more. And for your first connections, email and phone number as well if they are on the page. It is also possible to extract profiles' current organization and their emails using Snov.io integration. 10th, find profile emails. With two options available, this action will search for verified, mostly personal emails of the second and third connections across its huge database with around 80% of success rate, or verified business emails via Snov.io tool. You can use LH Email Finder, Snov.io integration, or both for the best result. Eleventh, follow profiles. This action will click the follow button on the page to subscribe to their news. Doing this can increase acceptance of your sent invites if you follow someone prior to inviting them. You can select it to work in the unfollow mode too to unsubscribe. 12th, like and comment posts and articles. This action goes to the profiles pages, presses like button under posts and articles, and optionally leaves comments. You can choose how many posts and articles will be liked. As the content of the posts and articles is not taken into account, you should choose some general phrase for your comment. 13th, invite to group. If you're a member of a group on LinkedIn, you can invite a list of your first connections to join that group. All you need is to insert a link to that group. 14th, invite person to event. It helps you invite your first-degree connections to an event you're also attending. You can invite people being an attendee if the event is public. All you need is to insert a link to that event or its ID. Fifteenth, invite to follow organization. If you own or manage a company page on LinkedIn, you can invite your first connections to follow it. Paste link or ID to the company page you're inviting to. The action will click Invite Connections button. 16th, endorse my contacts. This action helps you endorse skills of your first connections. It will find skills you chose to endorse on the page and tick them. You can select to endorse any first number of skills listed on the page or select specific skills to endorse. Lastly, you can choose to endorse all skills listed on the page. Endorsing contacts can get you endorsements in return, which makes your profile look more appealing. 17th, delay between actions. This action is a must if you plan campaigns with multiple actions spread over several days or weeks. It adds a time buffer between actions so that you don't appear to be sending follow-up messages too soon. Or you want to space out your campaign steps a little. It can be set in days and hours. 18th, send person to webhook. It allows to send data to any external service that supports webhook integration. You need to paste a unique webhook URL here and watch how your data is exported. You can define as many fields as you like to be exported. 19th. Send person to Snow.io. Linked Helper is integrated directly with a third-party email finder tool, Snow.io, which allows you to send a sequence of emails to many recipients. It allows you not only message profiles on LinkedIn, but also follow up with them via email. All you need is just to add your Snow.io API and choose a required campaign. 20th. Remove from first connections. This action is the reverse of inviting people. It simply clicks Remove Connection button and deletes the person from your network. It is helpful when you want to disconnect with a big number of people because you can have a maximum of 30,000 connections on LinkedIn. 21st. Send Invites Canceller. You can find it in the Functions menu. It will automatically withdraw all unaccepted pending invitations sent before the date you'll choose. 22nd. Organizations Extractor. It will visit company pages and scrape publicly available data, including company's website, number of employees on LinkedIn, headquarters location, etc. You can download this data as a CSV file.